Every step I take, you're there. Every breath I breathe, we share. We are one. There's another nice little song like that I would like to teach you. Perhaps my brother here can teach you in Spanish. In English?
Le gustaría enseñaros otra canción en español y que tal vez yo pueda ayudarle con las letras, desde luego, con la música ni hablar.
He's a very good singer because I've been giving him lessons.
Soy un
during sleep? No, during the hummus. Where the time was.
La verdad es que he intentado enseñarme, pero ha fracasado.
The words are, I'm lifting. Can you say that in Spanish? I'm lifting.
You're lifting. Estoy elevándome.
I'm flying.
Estoy volando.
I'm soaring.
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 I'm off the ground. I'm off the ground.
En el aire, en el aire.
I'm on a cloud.
Estoy en una nube.
I'm in God's heart.
Estoy en el corazón de Dios.
This is the way to love.
Es la forma de amar.
To love.
That's called soaring there. Look at the back.
Yes, that's soaring, yes.
Lo que hacen las gaviotas es
Okay, we're trying. I'm lifting, I'm flying, I'm soaring, I'm off the ground, I'm on a cloud, I'm in God's heart, this is the way to love. I'm lifting, I'm flying, I'm soaring, I'm off the ground, I'm on a cloud, I'm in God's heart, this is the way to love. I'm lifting, I'm flying, I'm soaring, I'm off the ground, I'm on a cloud, I'm in God's heart, this is the way to love. I'm lifting, I'm flying, I'm soaring, I'm off the ground, I'm on a cloud, I'm in God's heart, this is the way to love. I'm lifting, I'm flying, I'm soaring, I'm off the ground, I'm on a cloud, I'm in God's heart, this is the way to love. I'm lifting, I'm flying, I'm soaring, I'm off the ground, I'm on a cloud, I'm in God's heart, this is the way to love. I'm lifting, I'm flying, I'm soaring, I'm off the ground, I'm on a cloud, I'm in God's heart, this is the way to love. This is the way to love, my friends, this is the way to love. This is the way to love, my friends, this is the way to love. Good. Okay. Swami Shiva Jyoti told you that I was a professional singer, and I still sing too sometimes.
in charge. No, that's in charge.
Only you I don't charge.
Pero ahora no toca.
No, what you? Momento, por favor. I think is known all over the world. It's called Sing. It's very simple and you can join in.
Esta es una canción que creo que es muy conocida en todo el mundo, se llama Canta. Muy sencillo.
La 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 Sing, sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things, not bad. Sing of happy, not sad. Sing, sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. No matter it's not good enough for anyone else to hear, just sing, sing a song. Okay, ladies only, señoritas. La 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 la. Okay, señoras, la 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 la, señor, la la, come on, la 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 la, all together, sing, sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things, not bad. Sing of happy, not sad. Sing, sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. No matter it's not good enough for anyone else to hear, just sing, sing a song, sing, sing a song.
One small announcement. As the show is getting later, tomorrow you'll be allowed to get a little late.
5 minutes late.
Saying that in Spanish.
6 o'clock we'll ring the bell, so be here 6:30. No more stress for you in the time. Otherwise you're thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to my bed. Not I should get up. And also I'll tell you, if the weather permits, I will give you myself an asana class outdoor. If the weather permits. If.
Bueno, las buenas noticias. A ver.
Why me, Lord? What have I ever done that was worth even one of the pleasures I've known? Tell me, Lord, what did I ever do that was worth loving you and the kindness you shown? Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it so. Help me, Jesus, I know what I am. My soul's in your hands. Try me, Lord, if you think there's a way I could try to repay all I've taken from you. Maybe, Lord, I could show someone else what I've been through myself on my way home to you. Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it so. Help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I needed you so. Help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hands. Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it so. Help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I needed you so. Help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hands. Help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hands. There's something about the next song that I would like to share with you. Because
Hay algunas cosas sobre la canción que voy a cantar que me gustaría compartir con todos vosotros.
The Tatra, don't go now, we have coming soon. Where are you?
don't go away.
You better come here, or else you miss again. I will send you somebody.
The next song is a song that I wrote about an experience which changed my life, and it's the point of nearly all of our subjects leading towards peace.
La siguiente canción la compuse tras
In nights to sit with some friends in meditation.
el año 1974. Unos amigos me pidieron que me sentara con ellos a meditar.
At which time I didn't know anything about spirituality
En aquel momento no sabía nada de espiritualidad
or meditation.
ni de meditación.
I thought that life was wine, women, and song, and I was doing all of that very well.
Y eso lo practicaba muy a fondo.
And during the meditation experience,
Durante la experiencia que tuve en la meditación,
I had an experience of what Swami refers to as the I am consciousness.
tuve una experiencia, eso a lo que Swami llama la conciencia del ser.
It was an experience that taught me of my true nature
La experiencia que me enseñó cuál era mi verdadera naturaleza
and what I believe to be the true nature of all of us.
y lo que yo creo que es la verdadera naturaleza de todos nosotros.
It was an experience, thank you, an experience of love, wisdom, truth and peace that is far beyond words and my intellectual brain to understand.
Una experiencia de amor, sabiduría, conocimiento que está más allá de todas las formas de ser.
I'm still growing to learn and understand about that
Y
experience.
todavía
At this point, I believe that it taught me that our challenge is to live always by the very highest of our qualities.
Todavía hoy
Each of
pienso
us knows in ourselves which is right and that which is wrong.
cada uno de nosotros conoce dentro de sí lo que está, lo que es correcto y lo que no lo es.
And many of us have built habits of choosing to live by that which is wrong. challenge in my life from that experience has been to begin to learn to develop habits of choosing that which I know is right.
Tras aquella experiencia, mi vida ha consistido en desarrollar hábitos de elegir las cosas que son correctas.
This is the song. It's called Here Am I.
Y esta es la canción, se titula Aquí estoy yo.
Now that I've discovered love is in everything, loving one another, the happiness it can bring. Of all the beauty in this world, there's little of it seen. Through the eyes of love, it's a different thing. Here am I with the love in my eyes, caring not where I go, just as long as there's happiness in my soul. Here am I with the sun in my eyes, watching my life unfold. You and I with a story that's never told. Now that I'm traveling on a road heaven bound, can I take you with me to show you what I have found? There's a world that few of us have seen. They'll say it's just a dream. Here am I with the love in my eyes, caring not where I go, just as long as there's happiness in my soul. Here am I with the sun in my eyes, watching my life unfold. You and I with a story that's never told. Here am I with the love in my eyes, caring not where I go, just as long as there's happiness in my soul. Here am I with the sun in my eyes, watching my life unfold. You and I with a story that's never told. You and I with a story that's never told. Song was a hit, a big hit last year for a young lady who comes from Germany, and it sums up the whole reason that we're here. It's a song which is called A Little Piece.
Esta es una canción que fue un gran éxito, es original de una mujer alemana, y resume muy bien la razón por la que estoy aquí. Se llama Un pedacito. Ah, no, perdón. Se llama Un poco de paz.
Qué bien, qué bien.
Just like a flower when winter begins, just like a bird that can no longer sing, just like a candle blown out in the wind, I'm feeling that way sometimes. Then when I'm falling and feeling quite low, I picture the light at the end of the road, and closing my eyes I can see through the dawn the dream that is in my heart. A little loving, a little giving, to build a dream for the world we live in. A little patience and understanding for our tomorrows. A little peace, a little sunshine, a sea of gladness to wash away all the tears of sadness. A little hoping, a little praying for our tomorrows, a little peace. I feel like a leaf in the November snow. I fell to the ground, there was no one below. Now I am hopeless, alone with my song, just wishing the storm was gone. A little loving, a little giving, to build a dream for the world we live in. A little patience and understanding for our tomorrows. A little peace, a little sunshine and sea of gladness to wash away all the tears of sadness. A little hoping, a little praying for our tomorrows, a little peace. We are feathers on a breeze. Sing with me my song of peace. We are feathers on a breeze. Sing with me my song of peace.
That's a good one.
Nosotros tocamos Beethoven Sonata Opus 17. We want to play Beethoven Sonata in F for horn and piano, and it's very, very important piano part, so we should get her up here also. But it's not possible.
Well, we lift the piano up.
Use her cities.
Maybe she can do it, we can come on. We can help. And
Second movement en español.
Segundo movimiento.
yoga students and yoga teachers for a long, long time. And you can see how the yoga really helps them to bring true peace to us. We are all talking about so much stress and tension, doctor. And they removed all the stress and tension, is it not?
Han sido estudiantes y profesores de yoga desde hace tiempo y podéis ver cómo eso les ha ayudado realmente a...
Dattatreya, so they got spiritual names. What is the original name?
They're Williger.
I call, we are spiritual people, they call Dattatreya. And you can see that their love for the humanity, because he was just a few days ago in Nassau with 3 or 4 of his orchestra from Munich he brought, and they played and helped to bring peace. And now, you know, this is the first time. This is the first, though they are both of our yoga students a long time. This is the first time they played together, yeah, in a concert. That's very beautiful, right? Beautiful combination.
Hace unos días, la estrella estaba en Bahamas con 3 o 4 compañeros de la orquesta filarmónica de Múnich en la que actúa, llevando paz allí, y ahora está aquí llevando paz. Y aunque los dos hace años que son estudiantes de yoga, esta es la primera vez que habían tocado juntos prácticamente sin ensayar.
Because of their wonderful player, I am going to give 30 more minutes tomorrow. You can sleep. That means 7 o'clock only you have to come here.
Por haber tocado también, Swamiji nos va a dar media hora más mañana y habrá que estar aquí a las 7. Pero...
Give the artist will conclude, okay? Give the power for velocity. Om Genge Jumne Cheva Godavari Saraswati Namade Sutaveri Namastukyam Namo Tumeva Mana Javina Tumeva Tumeva Maturusya Sakha Tumeva Tumeva Ravina Tumeva 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 Aina Vaja Parasendriyama Buddhyatnava Pranidaya Sabhava Karomyaja Sagalam Parasmai Narayana Samapayami Sarvadharman Parijaya Mamesam Sharanam Raja Varam Tvam Sarvabhavedyo Muksharishyami Mam.
No os retiréis, por favor, vamos a ver los salas.
Well, anyhow, we have also the Indian drummers and musicians always be coming by. Tomorrow they'll be arriving by the tomorrow night they will be here. So you'll be hearing of so many other types of cultural and this spiritual events all will be hearing. Okay? Thank you. But please be here 7 o'clock, okay?
This is an announcement I've been made already in Spain, but someone is lost.
Can't it? Does this move up properly? Wait, this leg is broken.
It's like mine.
This leg is broken. There we go. Get it.
Did you get everything?
Stand there. Just in front of the flowers. Just in front of the flowers.
Which flowers aren't here?
Yeah. Oh, you have to get near it that way. Small.
Right, movie star. But movie star. Gorojanalatha Kunkumana Sindura Permanikavadikya Bhattara Dhare Purari Bhamavasam Nijamakre Chandre Chalapushamgade Vilika Prabhade Sotram Sapavetram Badam Badam Om Durga Shtotra Saram Sampurnam Dakam Javarigachuram Puchandim Sangam Sangatnam Karma Sarvanga Bhuta Vidam Nilasmandri Masavan Seve Mahakalikam Ramatsa Subhade Haro Gunja Bantam Madhugadapam Ashaka Bashum Gadam Patantari Kundikam Dantam Sakmasayamajam Dhandam Sarabhaganam Shuram Pasha Sudasyanjading Aste Prasandanam Seve Sayadvati Mahalishpim Sarvadasyadam Gana Junahane Chakam Dhan Swagam Hastam Jay Dhadim Dhanadashim Prabham Gavrila Samudbhavam Sajagadam Madhara Punam Mahapuram Saraswati Manavaje Chumbari Detyadinim Viduddhama Samaprabham Prabhaskandasyadam Bhejnam Kanya Vikharat Dasavira Savidam Asajavirikam Chapunguram Dajjanim Bipranam Analatmikam Shashidharam Durgam Tinetram Bhaje Durgam Tinetram Bhaje Durgam Tinetram Bhaje Om Chidurgana 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 Paramastu God Paramastu God Paramastu Narayana Paramastu Narayana Paramastu Narayana Paramastu Om Shanti 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 few minutes. Maybe just meditate. Narayana. Yeah. Outside this. Every love, I can finish that thing. Yeah. Okay, then as we are having this afternoon, we are taking the trip to where? Different places. Again, if you go to Gibraltar, pray to unite Africa and to bring that connection. Before I conduct the class, I want to give you the basic idea behind it.
Antes de empezar la clase quiero daros la idea básica.
The main difficulty for the Western mind to grasp when you take out the body
Lo más difícil de entender sobre el cuerpo para la mente occidental
is the body is like a vehicle
es que el
or a
cuerpo
car.
es como un automóvil,
But the vehicle is not me. I am not the vehicle I am driving. I may be driving a Volkswagen or a Mercedes or Fiat or a, what do you call it? Fiat. But I am not a Fiat, I am not a Volkswagen, but the vehicle I am using is an independent object for my use.
pero a pesar de que el cuerpo es como un automóvil, uno o yo no soy el automóvil, como conducir un coche cualquiera, un Volkswagen o un SEAT, uno conduce el coche pero uno no es el coche.
Same thing, this body is like a Volkswagen or a car,
Este cuerpo es como un automóvil cualquiera,
but there are only few models of cars in the world,
no existen nada más que unos cuantos modelos de coche en el mundo,
but each one of us has got an individual model. That's only difference.
pero cada uno de ellos tiene un motor individual.
A car needs 5 things,
Todos los coches necesitan 5 cosas.
even though the best and expensive car you buy,
Incluso los coches más caros
but still you need oiling and lubrication,
necesitan aceite y lubricación,
whether it's Rolls-Royce or Volkswagen.
tanto si es un Rolls como un Volkswagen.
Without oiling and lubrication, no car can run.
Sin aceite y lubricación, ningún coche puede funcionar.
Second thing is you need a cooling system
En segundo lugar, se necesita un sistema de refrigeración
to keep that engine under normal heating conditions.
para mantener la temperatura adecuada del motor.
Third, it needs a battery to start.
En tercer lugar, se necesita una batería para la ignición.
Fourth, it needs proper fuel.
Y en cuarto lugar, se necesita el combustible apropiado.
Some engines are diesel fuel, some are gasoline or petrol.
Algunos coches funcionan con gasóleo, otros funcionan con gasolina.
Some runs with high octane, some low octane, some unleaded, some leaded, and so on and so on.
Algunos llevan octanajes más altos, otros los llevan más bajos.
But fuel is essential for running any car.
Sin embargo, algún tipo de combustible es esencial para que el coche funcione.
And the fifth is a sensible driver behind the wheel.
Quinto punto es que se precisa un conductor inteligente tras el volante.
These are the 5 things also necessary for this body vehicle.
Este cuerpo también necesita esas 5 cosas.
There is oiling and lubrication of this body.
Hay una necesidad de aceite y lubricación,
That's called asana or postures.
y eso lo llamamos asanas o posturas.
Okay, we can go there. Come on. There is a symbol to show what is oiling and lubrication, which is the first thing. Asana. Asana means not just only merely asana, some exercise.
Esto es lo esencial para demostrar cómo funciona la lubricación.
We are trying to lubricate all the joints of our system.
Con estos ejercicios tratamos de lubricar todas las articulaciones del sistema.
In the cars there are wheels and gears,
Los coches hay ruedas y volantes.
but we got joints,
Nosotros tenemos articulaciones.
and joints become immobilized
Las articulaciones se inmovilizan
due to shortening of the ligaments.
debido al acortamiento de los ligamentos.
And so by keeping the joint flexible
Manteniendo las articulaciones elásticas,
and keep the ligaments properly stretched like an elastic band,
manteniendo los ligamentos estirados como vendas elásticas,
thereby you increase circulation
se aumenta, se estimula la circulación
and elimination.
y se eliminan también, se ayuda en la eliminación de los productos de desecho.
So asana contains
Así que las asanas contienen
breathing,
o se componen de respiración,
exercise to stimulate your heart and increase circulation,
ejercicio para estimular el corazón y estimular la circulación
and concentration of the mind.
y concentración de la mente.
See, this is a sun exercise, sun salutations.
Estas son las saludos al sol, estos ejercicios que estáis viendo.
It is one of the complete exercise for the entire system.
Es uno de los ejercicios más completos para todo el sistema.
You are bringing 400 muscles and 1,000 ligaments under control.
Mediante estos ejercicios, más de 400 músculos y ligamentos están siendo estimulados.
So by performing 12 sun exercise, you are bringing the entire system of your body under action, under
Así es
lubrication.
que, realizando unas 12 veces estos ejercicios al sol, se lubrica y se pone en acción todo el sistema.
Okay, now, not only lubrication for the joints,
Ahora, no solamente es necesaria la lubricación para las articulaciones,
the gravity again is not very helpful for our daily life, as I gave an example yesterday morning.
la gravedad no solamente es necesaria para nuestra vida, como dije ayer por la mañana.
Heart has to push the blood against the gravity to bring to the brain the most important nervous system, central nervous
El
system.
corazón tiene que empujar la sangre en contra de la gravedad para llevarla al cerebro, que es el centro del sistema nervioso.
And not only that, the arteries which brings the circulation to the brain are hardened, are narrowed.
No solamente eso, sino que las arterias que llevan la sangre hacia el cerebro a veces reducen los pasajes,
So the brain gets only very little oxygen.
de tal manera que el cerebro recibe muy poco oxígeno.
And people get what you call old people senility.
Y las personas mayores se ven aquejadas de esto que llamamos senilidad,
Due to death of the brain cells.
debido a la muerte de las células del cerebro.
100,000 neurons of the brain dies every day after 30.
A partir de 30 años, cada día mueren unas 100.000 neuronas.
So, lubrication is not only for the joints, but for all cells in the body, including your brain cells, the most important and very sensitive cells in the whole system.
La lubricación no es solamente para las articulaciones, sino para todas las células del cuerpo, incluidas las del cerebro, que son las más importantes.
And here you can see gravity aids to get the blood into the brain.
Si veis en este caso como la gravedad ayuda a que la sangre llegue al cerebro.
Heart doesn't have to pump up the blood. The
El corazón
gravity
no
brings the
tiene que
blood down to the
mover
brain.
la sangre contra la gravedad, sino que la propia gravedad la hace descender.
Now to remove a little bit of stagnation, as we are sitting here, lots of stagnation of blood in the lower extremities.
Ahora, para hacer desaparecer el estancamiento en la circulación en las piernas, puesto que uno está sentado.
So we do some exercise also in the headstand to remove the vein, to bring the venous return more, so the heart will be better filled.
Hacemos también en esta postura algunos ejercicios para estimular el retorno venoso.
As you can see, when you're sitting here, the venous return coming from the end of the toe all the way to the heart, and from the heart it has to go to the lungs for purification, and then purified blood has to come back into the heart, and then it's pumped into the brain, etc. This is only possible when there's more blood comes into the heart chamber.
Pues cuando uno está sentado se estanca el retorno venoso, por lo tanto se reduce la aportación de sangre al corazón, el corazón tiene que enviarla a los pulmones y solamente este circuito funciona adecuadamente cuando el retorno venoso es lo suficientemente fuerte como para estimular el músculo cardíaco.
So, while performing, even by standing, head itself will bring tremendous amount of venous return to the heart. When more blood comes in the heart chamber, there are 4 chambers are there, upper through auricus and bottom through ventricle.
Si es que simplemente estando sobre la cabeza incrementa el retorno venoso, eso hace que más sangre llegue a los aurículos y ventrículos del corazón.
And on the right side of the ventricle, first the venous blood comes into the right chamber.
La sangre entra en la parte derecha del corazón, en el ventrículo derecho.
If blood only comes little bit, then it cannot stretch too much the muscles of the heart muscles.
Si la sangre que llega es poca cantidad, no puede dilatar suficientemente el músculo cardíaco.
A stretched heart muscles contract more forcibly.
Por el contrario, cuanto más se estiran esos músculos, mayor es la fuerza con la que se contraen.
This is called Stirling's law of the heart according to medicine.
Esto se llama la ley de Stirling en los textos médicos.
Take for example an elastic band.
Tomad por ejemplo una cinta elástica.
The more you pull, the more it contracts forcibly.
Cuanto más lo estiráis, más se contrae.
Same thing. More if you can fill up the heart, the more heart muscle will stretch and more forcibly it will contract. Thereby you can get more oxygen blood to the brain and to other organs.
De la misma forma, cuanto más estiréis los músculos cardíacos, más se contraerán y más se estimula la circulación de la sangre hacia el cerebro.
So when you are sitting in the plane or in your car or like this for a long time, lots of stagnation on the lower extremities here. The heart is not getting, not filled up properly.
Cuando pasáis mucho tiempo sentado en los aviones o aquí mismo, la circulación se estanca y el corazón no recibe suficiente flujo sanguíneo.
So headstand not only good for the brain, it's also for cardiac muscles, for the heart.
No solamente es bueno para esta postura para el cerebro, pero también no es para los músculos del corazón.
Plus, it's good for varicose veins. There's no stagnation of blood and veins get
También
blocked.
es bueno para las venas varicosas porque la sangre circula y no se estanca.
Then also good for spine.
Y también para la espina dorsal.
The 5 lumbar vertebra of your spine takes all the punishment like a shock absorber in your car.
La quinta vértebra de la espalda absorbe toda la presión, igual que todos los golpes cada vez que saltamos, caminamos, todo el peso del cuerpo.
In the inverted position, the cervical vertebra takes all the pressure and gives relaxation to lumbar vertebra where you have back problems.
Si uno invierte la postura, las vértebras cervicales son las que absorben la presión y alivian de tensión toda la zona lumbar.
See, also there are exercise for advanced students. You can keep the lumbar under very flexible condition like a good shock absorber in your car.
También hay ejercicios para estudiantes avanzados que pueden mantener la zona lumbar en excelentes condiciones.
So also inverted position is good for your abdominal digestion system, abdominal organs in the abdominal cavity.
También es muy buena para los órganos abdominales.
Abdominal cavity has got 2 down and up, thoracic cavity above the diaphragm, and below the diaphragm you've got abdominal cavity contains stomach, liver, spleen, kidneys, pancreas and so on.
Es que tenemos dos cavidades, la cavidad torácica y la cavidad abdominal que contiene el estómago, el páncreas, el hígado, etc.
And the big organs like the stomach, the liver puts continuous pressure on lower organs.
Y todos estos órganos, como el estómago, etcétera, tienen una tensión constante.
And now you are inverted, the inverted gravity position, that stomach, liver, etc. get pressure from the upper organs like the colons, etc. So they get all the stimulation.
Ahora, al invertir la postura, los órganos se apoyan sobre el diafragma y los pulmones que antes les presionaban, en cambio tienen la presión de los intestinos, etcétera.
Now relax. Now, immediately after exercise, you don't just go, that's called relaxation in the cooling system, the car. Second.
Segundo punto es la relajación, que es como sistema de refrigeración en el coche.
So here is you oiling and lubrication, then cooling system in the car like radiator. This is a radiator. Relaxation is the cooling system to remove that heat and the tension.
Radiadores como sistema de refrigeración para enfriar la tensión y el calor del ejercicio.
Last night you heard Dr. Vyas said about how the stress and strain builds up, and relaxation is not only physical, though you use the gravity now to help the relaxation completely, all the muscles been under control of the gravity.
Ayer visteis al doctor Vyasa diciendo cómo los efectos negativos del estrés y cómo la relajación puede ayudarlos, y no solamente la relajación para el cuerpo, sino que es también la relajación de la mente.
And the breathing relaxes the psychic system and the mind.
Y la respiración también relaja todo el sistema psíquico y la mente.
Now third is pranayama, that is
Tercer punto es pranayama.
now we are going to recharge this solar plex, which is the battery in your heart. Just do one round of
Vamos a cargar el plexo solar, que es como una batería en nuestro cuerpo.
As you start the car, your battery depletes the energy, the electricity.
Cuando uno pone el coche en ignición, eso descarga la batería
So you have to recharge.
y esta tiene que recargarse.
So as the engine runs, it recharges the battery back.
Cuando el motor está en funcionamiento, eso hace que la batería se recargue.
One of the breathing exercise.
Este es uno de los ejercicios de respiración.
As you hold the breath with the bandhas, which I taught yesterday,
Cuando uno retiene la respiración con las bandas que os he enseñado ayer,
it recharges solar plex.
uno recarga su plexo solar.
And again, to get maximum amount of prana and oxygen, you must concentrate in exhalation than inhalation.
Y para obtener la mayor cantidad posible de prana y oxígeno, uno ha de concentrarse más en la expiración que en la inspiración.
I'll just show you the difference between inhalation and exhalation, the proportion 1:2. One inhalation means twice you exhale. It's very important to know in
Muy
pranayama.
importante que conozcáis la proporción de 1 a 2. Hay que inspirar 1 y expirar siempre el doble. Eso es muy importante en pranayama.
I'll make some sound in inhalation, like a snoring. Exhalation, so you can see the difference, how long it takes in exhalation and how long it takes in inhalation. You can see the difference in ratio.
Puede hacer un sonido como roncando al inspirar y otro sonido como el de una abeja al expirar, para que veáis la diferencia en la proporción entre la inspiración y la expiración.
The difference in inhalation.
Esta es la diferencia entre la inspiración y la expiración.
So this called recharge the solar plex, the battery in your car.
Esto es lo que corresponde a la carga de la batería en el coche.
The fuel for the body comes from the food, water, air, and sunlight from four sources.
Combustible para el cuerpo proviene de la comida, el agua y el sol.
And if you do pranayama, you get also lots of energy from directly from the air than from the food.
Hace pranayama, obtiene también gran cantidad de energía directamente del aire.
Then to control of the mind, that's the driver, that's the mind. You must learn to think and meditate regularly.
Y finalmente, para controlar la mente es preciso aprender a meditar regularmente.
Then only you have perfect health.
Solamente entonces uno puede tener perfecta salud.
So, proper exercise is oil and lubrication.
Que el ejercicio adecuado, que equivale a la lubricación.
Proper relaxation, that's cooling system.
Relajación adecuada, eso es el sistema de refrigeración.
Proper breathing to recharge the solar flex.
Respiración adecuada para recargar el plexo solar.
And food, water, air, sunlight for the fuel for the body.
Y comida, agua y sol para el combustible del cuerpo.
And food means vegetarian, which I'll discuss some other time.
Comida quiere decir vegetariana, de lo que hablaremos más adelante.
And that vegetarian diet is also important for meditation, because mind will be calm.
La dieta es muy importante también para la meditación, porque solamente con ese alimento la mente permanece calmada.
And then positive thinking and meditation, then we have a complete health.
Y con la meditación, en el pensamiento positivo y el pensamiento, entonces tendréis perfecta salud.
Now in our exercise class, you will see all these 5 coming to you.
Ahora, en los ejercicios que vamos a hacer, veréis cómo estos 5 puntos se convierten en una experiencia.
Now we'll conclude the prayer.
Terminamos con una oración.
Om Prayambadam
Yajame Sugandhi Pushpardhanam
Against a NATO, because then we are just trying to have again conflict. We are not interested in NATO nor what's effect. We think humanity as humanity. That's our peace. We are not trying to support the NATO, not denounce the NATO, not support the Warsaw Pact, not denounce the Warsaw Pact. When you are going fasting for against the NATO, then again we are creating conflict. Again the same problem comes, That's meaningless. This is all the time going on with humanity. We blame others for all the problems, not for thinking about the unity of the humanity. So we are not against the Warsaw Pact or against the NATO. We are for humanity. That's our whole aim. That's why we do not want that to happen. That fasting is not right, because that's only fasting for against the NATO forces. Also then we must not worry about the NATO nor Warsaw. We must think of humanity as one. That's very important for us to remember.
No se me escape el autobús, que me voy a Ronda.
Ah, estupendo, gracias.
Swami, ¿podría estar trabajando aquí?
The entire purpose of relaxation is to give, to relax the muscles. That's the main important thing to remember. Don't take a specific pose when you lie down. Each person has to find perfect pose for himself when you relax. Some may have to put a little bit, the legs must separate a little bit, some may have to little close to the neck, some may have widen the hands, come in the body.
Hay varios tipos de posiciones del ser. Vamos a emplear solamente la más elemental.
But the purpose is,
El propósito es
bring the back extensor, the neck extensor muscles into action.
retirar un poquito del cuello y de la espalda.
whenever there is anxiety or worries in your mind, this is the muscle you always tense. The neck muscle you always tense.
En los momentos en que existe la máxima ansiedad o tensión mental, esos son los músculos que están más en tensión.
And
Hay
when,
que empezar a relajar.
and when this neck muscle becomes tense, it brings tension headache.
Cuando estos músculos están tensos, igualmente se producen los dolores de cabeza.
And now we are going simple feet position to remove this tension and bring the extensor muscle into right condition.
Posición del set elemental para conseguir relajar.
Put the hands straight under the thigh, hold the hands.
Las manos en la parte inferior de la espalda, inferior de las nalgas.
Now, put the weight on your elbows.
Hay que poner el peso sobre los.
Lift your chest and bend the head neck muscle as much as possible.
Poner el peso sobre los codos y empezar a estirar el pecho hacia afuera.
Lift the chest, bend the neck muscle maximum. Okay, reach your chest now. One
Al
more.
máximo los músculos del cuello.
Now you can see that very place you put tension during anxiety was the neck. You are all touching it and putting it to hyperextension.
Ahora estamos necesitando la máxima tensión precisamente en esos músculos que son los que están tensos en el centro de ansiedad.
Now, as your structure is now open and intercostal muscles are expanded, breathe deep also helps to increase the breathing capacity.
Igualmente, si comenzás a respirar, inspirar, especialmente en esa postura, servirá para ampliar nuestra capacidad y lograr respiración.
So, if you have problems, asthma, bronchitis,
Para problemas como bronquitis o asma,
other breathing problems
otros problemas de respiración,
like emphysema, this exercise can really help you.
como los enfisemas pulmonares, este ejercicio es muy conveniente.
And that natural tendency to breathe deep because of expansion of the intercostal muscle.
Ya que en esta posición parece natural el inspirar profundamente, ya que está abierto al máximo de cabeza.
So, hold it for 1 more minute, please.
Por un minuto más,
Just relax. When you relax your feet, the back muscles, your thighs, the lumbar, the shoulders, all the head, all the fingers, whatever that means, you have to repeat this again and again, otherwise they will forget it.
inmediatamente empezar a relajaros desde la punta de los pies hacia arriba.
Relax the feet, first thing. Relax back muscles, back thigh, and hip, shoulder. Hold the head necessary to balance this side. And again, feel the perfect control. Perfect relaxation. Your muscles and the muscles of the system because of the gravity. Gravity controls your body. Now, the next one is for Vishnu-devananda, very important exercise, the forward bending. Forward bending, very important. When they Vishnu-devananda, the basis of the first melody, that is the entire meridian, we get full stimulation and all the energy brought the meridians to the center. This exercise That's why it's called Pranayama.
Ese ejercicio relaja la tensión en el meridiano del cuerpo.
And also, you are bringing the entire muscle system from the feet, from the hip bone, feet all the way to calf, thighs, the butt, thoracic, cervical region. You are going to pull all the muscles from the head to everything.
Ese ejercicio de la punta de los pies hacia el resto del cuerpo, extraemos la máxima tensión.
You are handing back.
Las manos hacia arriba, arriba de la cabeza.
Inhale,
Inspirar,
up.
arriba.
Exhale, forward.
Expirar, salir hacia adelante.
Catch your toes
Agarrar la punta de los dedos de los pies.
and contract your abdominal muscles inward.
Extraer el abdomen al máximo hacia adentro.
Contract your abdominal muscles, but then just abdominal pressure on your liver, in front here.
Esta contracción lleva a cabo una pequeña presión hacia los órganos internos, como el páncreas, el intestino, el hígado.
And the spinal cord, the part of the central nervous system, gets tremendous relaxation because there is overpressure by the vertebra or by the on the disc.
Por medio del ejercicio se libera la máxima tensión de la espina dorsal, la columna vertebral, la que le queda la tensión y alienta la cabeza.
Because the pressure is caused by the vertebra of the disc, and the disc is returned on the nerve. This increases the resistance of the nerve energy of the prana.
En la posición normal, hay una tensión entre los discos que repercute la tensión nerviosa del cuerpo. Por medio del estiramiento desaparece esta tensión entre los discos y las vértebras.
We can exhale forward.
Exhalar y hacia adelante.
Now again contract of the muscles. You really stimulate all the internal organs. There are no liver problems, no problems, constipation. All the things you can eliminate by contract muscles. One more inhale. Beginners, sometimes you have to do something called sitting faster, so you don't do yoga in the faster motion. To get some loosening effect, you have to do it faster in the beginning. Like going to the house with his back, losing the back muscle. Exhale fast, go down, touch the toes, one. Move up, one. Don't grab your toes. Grab your toes, everybody. Grab your toes. Grab your toes. Hold it. Hold it for 1 minute. And everybody put in your meridian, in your sutra, or in your spinal cord, you get a perfect stimulation and energy is released like acupuncture, release energy. So all of these exercises release energy from the spinal cord.
Les ha llevado una regeneración de los meridianos, de la espina, dorsal, posterior, de esta postura que pasó a otra zona.
Right leg up,
La pierna derecha arriba.
down, left leg up,
Izquierda arriba.
down, both the legs up,
Dos piernas arriba.
left there's no experience. Sit down. Hands up. Go back very slowly. I will tell you how to go. Go back. Go back very slowly. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Go back. Hold it. Go back. Hold it. Hold it. Go back. Hold it. Hold it. Go back. Go back. Go back. Now, get back to feeling. Side. Shoulders. Hold your head. Breathing. 6 times deep breathing. Don't try to relax again. Form into the exercise. And until you
conviene seguir inspirando profundamente hasta que la respiración empiece a ser natural, fluida y serena.
Every exercise according to intensity, shape, oxygen, efficiency, or oxygen level.
Depende del tipo de ejercicio que lleve a cabo, que crean deficiencia de oxígeno en cada uno de los ejercicios.
And when that oxygen level and carbon dioxide builds up in the system during the exercise,
por lo tanto, se existe una sobrecarga de dióxido de carbono en
your muscles become acid, that means lactic acid increases in the muscles.
entonces se produce una concentración de ácido láctico en los músculos.
And lactic acid makes the muscles tense as well as tired. When you are not able to move the muscles until the acid is released or neutralized.
El ácido láctico es el responsable de la rigidez que se produce en los músculos después del ejercicio. No se obtiene una fluidez de los músculos hasta que no se elimine ese ácido láctico.
And the only way you can neutralize lactic acid by giving more oxygen, then the muscles can easily convert that lactic acid into energy.
La única forma de neutralizar el ácido láctico es inspirando y adquiriendo mucho oxígeno, que es lo que lo neutraliza.
That's the breathing which is exercise before you realize.
Por eso es importante siempre respirar de los primeros 7 ejercicios antes de empezar a relajarse.
After relaxing 63 times, after breathing 63 times, then you can make the breathing slow to connect your noises and bring it to the body and under the control of the gravity.
Siempre hay que respirar 6 o 8 veces profundamente después de cada ejercicio antes de empezar a mostrar la postura de la respiración.
This is the technique. Whether you do beginner's exercise or advanced exercise, you have to follow these basic rules, then you get the full benefits from yoga asana.
Es fundamental siempre llevar a cabo desde el principio este sistema de respiración haciendo una asana para obtener el máximo beneficio de los mismos.
So with 1 hour exercise, you get 1 hour breathing. With 1 hour exercise, you get 1 hour breathing.
Cada ejercicio se puede respirar de nuevo.
1 hour relaxation.
Una nueva relajación exterior.
And 1 hour meditation.
Y una nueva meditación.
All 5 together.
Siempre simultáneamente los 3.
That's the difference between ordinary exercise and yogic exercise. That's the difference between ordinary exercise and yogic.
Esta es la gran diferencia entre los ejercicios ordinarios y los ejercicios que se practican en el yoga.
And also you know that when you control the body, take care of the body, you are taking care like a car, you are taking care of. You are not the body, you are not the car.
Hay que recordar que hacer esto es muy importante, que trabaja con respecto al mantenimiento del vehículo.
So, as you got the basic idea,
una vez que sabemos la idea básica,
and we are to close the class slowly because of many people are going on the school.
como hay mucha gente que tiene que hacer instrucción y tenemos que terminar la clase un poco antes de lo previsto.
I want you to do perfect practice because I will not be worried about going at the time. They are going this way too. Don't worry about that. I will have a good reason.
Debemos permitir que Fernando pasemos el proceso.
But 5 minutes, you are going to perfectly allow your body and mind to relax.
Pero por lo menos durante 5 minutos quiero que obtengáis la máxima y la más perfecta relajación después de esta práctica.
Okay. Lift your right leg 3 inches above the ground.
Levantar pierna derecha un poquito por encima de la mano.
3 inches, not 3 feet.
Solamente 8 o 10 centímetros.
La patina derecha un poquito estirada.
Drop it.
Dejar la carne en el pecho.
like a stone, you have to drop it, don't bring it down.
Una piedra.
If you bring it down, then you are using again the muscle to bring it down.
Y pegarla a caer. Y se pone abajo, se vuelve a quitar nuevas tensiones en la pierna.
Here when you drop it, you are using the gravity, that is the stone. The stone drops without having any effort.
La piedra cae por efecto de la gravedad. El nariz poco debe caer la pierna para tener
So this is what dead body pose.
esta postura de cuerpo y cuerpo.
Dead body, dead body straight up, you fall down without having any difficulty.
Tu cuerpo está muerto, está de pie, se deja caer, se cae por sí mismo por la gravedad.
So your body, dead body, drops you to relax, not taking it down.
Cada parte del cuerpo debería estar exactamente como si estuviera muerto.
I lift the left reaches above the ground.
Y esa izquierda 10 centímetros por el suelo,
Drop it.
dejarla caer en el
Drop. Or right foot up.
Una vez más la pierna derecha,
Drop it.
dejarla caer.
One left foot up.
Izquierda arriba,
Drop.
dejarla.
Now right hand up.
Mano derecha, arriba. 10 centímetros por el suelo,
Now finishes the body drop.
10 centímetros por el suelo.
Drop.
Dejarla caer de nuevo.
Left hand up.
Izquierda arriba,
You drop.
caer.
Right hand up.
Derecha arriba,
Drop.
caer.
Left hand up.
Izquierda arriba,
Drop.
caer.
Now lift your hip up.
No, la cintura hacia arriba,
Hip.
la cadera hacia arriba,
Drop it.
caer.
Not the leg. Lift the hip.
Solamente la cadera, no la pierna.
One more hip up.
Arriba,
Drop. Now lift your chest up.
el pecho arriba,
Drop.
abajo.
One more chest up.
Una vez más arriba,
Drop.
abajo.
Now roll your head back and forth.
Cabeza derecha, izquierda, para derecha, suavemente.
Now, physical relaxation is over. Physical relaxation is over. Physical relaxation.
Hemos terminado con la relajación física.
Now, mental relaxation.
Ahora comienza la relajación mental.
You have to make the body both voluntary muscles as well as involuntary muscles and involuntary organs and liver, kidney. You have to relax both part of the body, the mind, power of the mind.
La relajación mental se obtiene a través de la concentración mental. Una vez que llevamos a cabo la relajación física.
Or auto-suggestion.
Lo llamado autosugestión.
When I say breathe, you mentally set the message to the breathe to relax. I'm relaxing my breath. I'm relaxing my breath. I'm relaxing my breath. Mentally set the suggestion your breath to relax. Or mind over body.
La mente con el cuerpo hace que cuando queremos relajar los pies, por ejemplo, la mente ordena a los pies que se relajen.
When you cover the organ I mentioned, you concentrate that organ and send message, I'm relaxing my kidneys or I'm relaxing my liver, etc.
Es la mente la que manda mensajes a cada una de las partes del cuerpo para tener la relajación de la misma.
Start to the feet. Feel.
Empezar con los pies.
And you such I'm relaxing my feet. Breathe on.
3 veces pasar la orden mental de que se relajen los pies.
Back person.
Pantorrillas,
Mentally such I'm relaxing my calf. I'm relaxing my calf.
estoy relajando las pantorrillas. Estoy relajando las pantorrillas.
Eye.
Cadera,
Hands. Shoulder. So, okay, you want the organs in front of the system.
los órganos interiores de la garganta.
Bladder. Also, make the blood there, I'm relaxing my blood, you want my bladder.
El hígado, estoy relajando el hígado.
Kidney.
Riñones,
Spleen.
intestinos, vejiga,
Liver.
hígado,
Stomach.
estómago,
Intestine.
intestinos,
Stomach.
pulmones,
Great. No, I'm going to pure mental practice. Pure mental practice. If the mind is like a hard portion, or either written or vague. Concentrate on a few hard portions without having any written. The mind is like a hard place. And now we go to spiritual practice. You are in the body and mind. You are in the body and mind. Body and mind are different. Now the master exercises development. Master exercises development. And I am that Atman. And once you have started that I am the subject Atman, you have spiritual practice, that spiritual practice is complete. And one has to concentrate on the body and mind developing that is not able to get complete blessing, complete practice. Perfect practice comes only when it identifies the vessel of Atman, the soul, the body. I am that.
He was done there earlier. He's going to stop.
I am. And your life. A lot of mercy and love.
No hay tal cosa como lunes, martes, jueves, enero, febrero, sino que en cada instante de la vida nos estamos quemando como esa vela que hay detrás.
So the next time they ask, what day is today? You have to say what?
Ahora que nos diga la próxima vez qué día es hoy, qué tenemos
One day goes to,
un día más próximos.
that's what non-yogis.
Eso es para los yogis.
For yogis, it's one day close to immortality.
Para los yogis es un día más próximo a la inmortalidad.
You have conquered the time, then you meditate.
Cuando estáis meditando, conquistáis el tiempo.
When you discipline your senses and mind,
Cuando disciplináis vuestra mente y vuestros sentidos,
you are transcending what you call change or mortality.
estáis trascendiendo lo que se denomina mortalidad.
That is inevitable to all of us,
La muerte es inevitable para todos nosotros,
either by our own fault
bien por causa nuestra,
or by accident
o por accidente,
or by bombs.
o por bombas.
Makes no difference.
No hay ninguna diferencia.
That you can escape this cycle of birth and death
Pero podéis escapar de este ciclo de nacimientos y muertes
by identifying with the self.
identificándoos con el ser.
This is self some other time.
Esto lo hablaremos en otra ocasión.
But today,
Pero hoy,
our main speaker is Father John Rosner.
nuestro principal conferenciante esta noche es el padre John Rosner,
Swami SYVC will give introduction and the topics.
que ahora vamos a presentar.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. El padre John Rosner es un sacerdote anglicano y es también profesor de religiones comparadas en la Universidad de Concordia, en Montreal, donde entre los años 1971 y 73 sirvió como director del programa de graduados en Historia y Filosofía de la religión. Desde 1972 ha sido pionero en la aplicación de los descubrimientos sobre la investigación de conciencia y la parapsicología experimental a la religion at Concordia University in Montreal, where from 1971 to 73 he served as director of the graduate program in the history and philosophy of religion. Since 1972, he has been a pioneer in the application of the findings of consciousness research and experimental parapsychology to the study of human religious experience, and was the first scholar in Canada to introduce subjects into an academic curriculum for both graduate and undergraduate studies in the history and philosophy of religion. It is his vision that has led to the formation of the IIHS, which is the International Institute for the Integral Human Sciences, and to the creation of a new concept in the global coordination of advanced projects in scientific research, in higher education, and in human growth. As you can see, his curriculum is quite important, and his achievements in this field are outstanding, as can be seen in the result of all his research, as I mentioned yesterday, in his books called The Primordial Tradition. So it's a great authority, a great lecturer we have the pleasure of hosting tonight, for which I kindly request a very warm welcome.
Technology is always sluggish, like the sculptor's chisel on the statue. You can never get it exactly right.
La tecnología es bastante burda, como el pincel del
escultor y no siempre acierta donde debía acertar.
When you're stuck in the physical body, the mercurial rate of thought can never be matched by the hand, the leg, the rocket, or the club.
No es siempre fácil acertar el momento donde se quiere y cuando se quiere.
Thank you very much, Swami Shivajyoti, for inviting me to Spain again, and to Swami Vishnu-devananda for his work in the organization of the Shivananda International Yoga Centers and the True World Order Movement.
Muchas gracias por haber sido invitado por el grupo Shivananda y por el Swamiji para dar la conferencia.
When I was last in Spain,
Cuando estuve en España la última vez,
here in this hotel in 1977,
en 1977 en este mismo hotel,
we were on our way to India,
estábamos a punto de partir para la India.
a rather unique kind of lecture tour.
Fue un viaje bastante curioso, bastante bonito.
There was a Hindu Swami
Había un Swami escondido
and a Christian priest
y un cura católico,
and an astronaut who had gone to the moon,
perdón,
an astronaut who had gone to the moon,
y un astronauta que acababa de llegar a la Luna,
and a psychic.
y un psíquico.
And our message that we were proclaiming was that religion, East and West,
Y el mensaje que estábamos proclamando era que la religión del este y el oeste
and technology, ancient and modern,
y la tecnología antigua y moderna
had a single message.
tenía un mensaje particular y especial.
And that was that inner and outer space
Y este era que en el espacio interior y exterior,
and all of the great insights and inspiration that God has ever given to man, regardless of race or religion,
y en toda la inspiración interior que Dios ha proporcionado al hombre sin tener en cuenta ni su religión ni su raza,
pointed to one thing,
señalaba en una única dirección.
and that was the vision of a new earth,
Y esta era la visión de un nuevo mundo,
in which the highest spiritual and mystical insights of mankind
en el cual los poderes especiales místicos del hombre, de la raza humana,
and his physical technologies and sciences
y su tecnología física y su ciencia
belong together,
estaban reunidas.
and in the service of a higher form of consciousness,
Y en el servicio de una más alta conciencia
that mankind has up to this point in human history known or experienced. A higher form of consciousness that mankind has up to this point in human history
el hombre ha alcanzado
experienced.
las cotas más altas en esta generación.
The history of the human race for the past recorded era of 5,000 years of history
En los últimos 5.000 años de la era de la historia humana
has never known a period of more than 10 years between major wars between one nation or another.
no se ha conocido nunca un periodo superior a 10 años de guerras entre países vecinos.
And yet all of the great religions of the world that have inspired them
Y sin embargo, todas las grandes religiones que en el mundo han sido inspiradas,
have proclaimed that the true nature of man, as God creates him to be,
ha proclamado que la naturaleza del hombre humano, como Dios la ha creado para que sea,
is made in the image of that divine life,
está hecha en la imagen y semejanza de esa vida divina,
that it should be compassionate and loving and forgiving,
que debería ser compasiva, humana y amorosa.
that in that higher consciousness man is humble and not proud,
Que el hombre debe ser humilde en esa inspiración,
gives himself to the service of all rather than arrogance,
debe darse sobre todo en el servicio de sí mismo en vez de ser arrogante,
serve with patience and balance rather than eruption of anger and hatred.
servido con paciencia en vez de ser servido con fuerza, con brutalidad.
And we have strived in the different religious traditions of mankind
Y hemos tratado en las religiones tradicionales de la raza humana
to teach that image, that message of what man should be.
tratar de enseñar estos enseñanzas de lo que debería ser la raza humana.
But we have failed, all of us, to communicate it in a practical way.
Pero ha sido imposible comunicarnos en una forma racional e inteligente.
Because we have not all become the saints, the prophets, the mystics, and the great souls and sages.
Porque no hemos conseguido ser los santos, los hombres buenos,
whom we have held up as the ideals of human life, whom we have held up, exposed as the ideal of human life.
como representantes de la vida humana.
We have reduced their vision to the level of the printed word and the institution.
Hemos reducido su visión a la altura de la palabra escrita solamente.
We have divided their indiscriminate love by the barriers of race, nation, and religious organization. We have divided by religion, by race, and by all of the divisions that we have created.
En las divisiones que hemos creado, no hemos sido capaces de continuar.
So then we have not achieved the new humanity, very obviously.
Yo decía que ese amor indiscriminado que han predicado todas las religiones y que trajo Jesús ha sido dividido por las barreras creadas de las naciones, divisiones humanas, barreras de religión, de credo, de raza.
Two of the greatest sages of the 20th century, the great Catholic theologian Teilhard de Chardin, an anthropologist and philosopher,
De los grandes sabios del siglo XX, destaca el padre Teilhard de Chardin, un gran teólogo y antropólogo,
and Sri Aurobindo in India,
y en la India es Sri Aurobindo,
have both said that the next stage or step in human evolution will be a psychic and spiritual mutation.
Ambos coincidieron en decir que el próximo paso en la evolución de la humanidad sería una mutación de tipo psíquico y espiritual.
They have called our attention to the fact that we have achieved physically and technologically as much as we can realistically be expected to achieve.
Ellos escribieron que el hombre había alcanzado en el plano tecnológico tanto como puede ser conseguido.
But that we are still primitive and half-evolved creatures in the spiritual and psychic realm.
Sin embargo, en los campos psíquicos y espirituales todavía somos criaturas primitivas y poco evolucionadas.
And it was our message in 1977, the priest and the Swami, the astronaut and the psychic.
En el año 1777, nuestro mensaje, el mensaje del Swami, el mensaje del sacerdote, el mensaje del astronauta,
that humanity needs new models, new maps, new paradigms,
que la humanidad necesita nuevos modelos, nuevos mapas y nuevos paradigmas
to grasp this future,
para poder aprehender este futuro,
this future predicated by the great religions of the world and some of the greatest minds.
Este futuro predicado por las grandes religiones del mundo y por algunas de las mentes más brillantes.
At the moment, our models, our maps, are indeed very limited and suited to the past.
Por el momento, nuestros modelos, nuestros mapas, son muy limitados y están encuadrados en el pasado.
For the past 4 centuries in the West,
En los últimos 4 siglos en Occidente,
we have divided neatly between our physical sciences and our technology on the one hand,
Hemos creado una división drástica y clara entre nuestras ciencias y nuestra tecnología, por un lado,
and the spiritual, ethical, and psychic life of man on the other hand.
y la vida espiritual, ética y psíquica de los hombres en el otro.
We have assumed that what goes on inside of our minds does not affect our matter, the matter.
Hemos asumido que lo que ocurre en nuestras mentes no afecta a la materia exterior.
And we have physical and social sciences for the study of the material and behavioral patterns.
Y tenemos ciencias físicas y sociales para el estudio de la materia y de las conductas sociales.
But we have not any agreement across the barriers of religious traditions, political systems. We have no agreement as to the spiritual and ethical and psychical realities and goals.
Pero no tenemos ningún acuerdo sobre lo que trasciende las religiones convencionales o las convenciones políticas. No hay ningún acuerdo sobre estas otras cosas.
Yes. And the reason for this
La razón de esto
is that modern man has ceased to study, has ceased to take
es que
seriously
el hombre moderno ha buscado estudiar
those kinds of human experience that take place all over the world,
ese tipo de experiencias humanas que tienen lugar en todo el mundo,
among all peoples, regardless of religion.
entre todas las personas, independientemente de su religión.
Those kinds of consciousness experience,
Ese tipo de experiencias de conciencia
which point to the higher nature of man.
que apuntan hacia la naturaleza superior del hombre.
I'm referring specifically
Me refiero específicamente
to mystical experiences,
a las experiencias místicas
consciousness experiences,
y a las experiencias de conciencia,
psychic
así
experiences.
como las experiencias psíquicas.
We have heard Dr. Raymond Moody here on this platform
En esta misma plataforma hemos oído al Dr. Moody
tell of certain common experiences that people have when they die.
hablarnos de ciertas experiencias comunes que han tenido las personas al morir.
Other scientists have studied the same phenomena in other cultures,
Científicos han estudiado el mismo fenómeno en otras culturas
and the evidence would suggest that whether a person lives in India or the United States,
y los resultados sugieren que tanto si una persona vive en la India como en los Estados Unidos,
Europe or Africa,
Europa o África,
that the human being, when he or she approaches death,
el ser humano, cuando él o ella se aproxima a la muerte
and crosses that border of consciousness,
y cruza esa barrera de conciencia,
has a certain common set of phenomena to report.
se encuentra con un conjunto común de fenómenos para contar o para experimentar,
that are obviously not conditioned by the religion or philosophy or tradition.
y que desde luego no están condicionados por la filosofía, ni por la religión, ni por la tradición.
We also know through recent studies in parapsychology and paraphysics for the past 40 years
También sabemos, a través de estudios realizados en parapsicología y en parafísica en los últimos 40 años,
that people have had the same kinds of experiences
que hay personas que han tenido el mismo tipo de experiencias
in visions, dreams, apparitions,
en visiones, sueños, apariciones,
and visions of deceased human beings, of saints, or of angels.
apariciones y visiones de seres humanos muertos, de ángeles o de santos,
or of beings of light,
o de seres de luz,
suggesting to our consciousness at least
sugiriendo, al menos en nuestra conciencia,
the existence of higher worlds or dimensions,
la existencia de mundos superiores o de planos más elevados,
interpenetrating this world of
que
ordinary experience,
interpenetran este mundo,
which only meet us at peak experiences, peak moments in our lives.
que estos mundos que los interpenetran y que son más sutiles solamente se nos manifiestan en algunos momentos sobresalientes y raros de nuestra existencia.
We have also discovered that all human beings have hidden faculties or potential.
También hemos descubierto que todos los seres humanos tienen facultades o potenciales escondidos,
Faculties that have been called telepathy or clairvoyance.
facultades que han sido denominadas telepatía o clarividencia,
hypersentience.
hipersensación.
We have also known that individual people have been able at times to
Hemos podido constatar que algunos individuos en algunas ocasiones han sido capaces
to transcend the ordinary limits of human consciousness and thought,
de trascender la conciencia humana, los límites habituales de la conciencia y el pensamiento,
and experience a state, an order of bliss and peace,
y experimentar un estado de orden, de dicha y de paz,
of light and joy.
de luz y de alegría.
And this has seemingly no relationship to the religious tradition, the political allegiance, the philosophical
Y esto
ideas
tampoco tiene aparentemente ninguna relación con las creencias religiosas, las formas políticas
with which they have been conditioned.
por las que han sido condicionadas.
It is truly a kind of transcendent experience.
Es en verdad una especie de experiencia trascendental,
That is, it transcends the order of the rational mind.
puesto que trasciende el orden de la mente racional,
But it is not proper to say that it is irrational experience,
pero no es adecuado considerarla como una experiencia irracional,
but supra-rational.
sino más bien suprarracional.
We know through the study of the great yogic traditions of Asia in specific,
A través del estudio de las grandes tradiciones, principalmente en Asia,
that the study of such higher states and forms of consciousness
hemos aprendido que los estudios de estos estados y formas superiores de conciencia,
in which one could learn to regulate and to use these faculties in a balanced fashion,
en los cuales uno puede aprender a regular y despertar nuestras cualidades
in order to achieve that highest state of consciousness.
y con ellas ayudarse para escalar los planos superiores de conciencia.
That these yogic systems
Estos sistemas yógicos
had at one time systematized various methods and techniques
sistematizaron en el pasado distintos métodos y técnicas
for the integrations of the levels of the self,
para integrar los distintos niveles del ser,
body, mind, and spirit.
el cuerpo, la mente y el espíritu.
And that in the yogic tradition,
Las tradiciones yógicas,
all of the modern faculties, all of the faculties that modern psychical researchers have described
todas las facultades que la moderna parapsicología o investigación parapsicológica ha descrito,
were mapped and understood in their proper place and function.
estaban ya descritas, comprendidas y clasificadas con sus funciones correspondientes.
We also know that there was a systematic understanding
También sabemos que había una comprensión sistemática
of the kinds of things that a human being would have to do
de los distintos tipos de cosas que un ser humano tendría que hacer
in order to harmonize himself first with physical nature,
para armonizarse primero a sí mismo con la naturaleza física,
beginning with the physical nature in his own body,
comenzando con la naturaleza física de su propio cuerpo,
and then with the physical and biological environment.
y después también con los entornos físico y biológico.
And after that,
Y después de eso,
to regulate and to control
para regular y controlar
the processes of concentration and thought,
los procesos de concentración y control,
techniques for the skilled use of the mind,
técnicas para el uso de la mente y las habilidades en su uso,
and ultimately for the stilling of the mind,
y finalmente para quitar la mente,
so that the higher levels of the self, which were believed to be divine,
de tal forma que esos otros niveles del ser que se creen divinos,
or in contact with the divine,
o en contacto con lo divino,
so that those higher levels of man, made in the image of God,
esos niveles del hombre, hecho a la imagen de Dios,
could control intelligently the whole psychophysical organism.
pudieran controlar la inteligencia y a través de ella todo el organismo, incluso el físico.
And in poetic terms, many of the great religions of the world, including in the West our own Judeo-Christian tradition, as
Y
well
en
as the
términos
yogic tradition,
poéticos, muchas de las grandes tradiciones del mundo, y especialmente en Occidente, la tradición judeo-cristiana, y en Asia, la tradición yógica,
spoke of this as a bringing down of the divine energies into the body.